Hi everybody, welcome back to FRAG-MENTAL, thanks for joining me. Parfums De Marly's Carlisle is a fragrance I've talked about quite a lot already. It's appeared in a few of my top 10 lists and it was my Christmas Day fragrance, but I thought it was about time I talked about it in a little bit more detail. Stay tuned to FM. So far, I've really enjoyed everything I've tried from Parfums De Marly. I haven't tried all of them, but I love the house. And my favourite was Late and Exclusive. Beautiful scent. That was until I smelled this beauty. Carlisle was released in 2015. It was originally only a Harrods and boutique exclusive, so really difficult to smell, really difficult to get hold of this one. It's now more widely available. And I'm going to start by talking a little bit about the notes. The notes seem to differ depending on where you look. So for Grantica and Parfums De Marly's websites, Selfridges, Harrods websites. So I'm going to just gather together all the notes I've managed to get from the various sources and add a few that I feel I pick up from it as well. We have bergamot, mandarin, jasmine, sandalwood, vanilla, patchouli, opoponax, nutmeg, saffron, tonka, cardamom, violet and gaiac wood. And the notes that I feel I get from this that I can't find listed anywhere are tobacco, dried fruits, a lovely apple accord, some cinnamon and even a rum type accord. I'd describe this as a fruity floral with gourmand flourishes. You can tell it's pretty complex, you can tell it's loaded with notes, but it's not challenging in the slightest. It's very smooth, very rich, very wearable. It opens with this beautiful spiced apple accord, and when I first sprayed this I asked my daughter, who's 6, what she thought of it, and without a moment's hesitation straight away she said it smelled like an apple crumble dessert, and I think she's absolutely right. There's plenty of sweetness here, there's vanilla, there's tonka, and you also get that rich, luxurious creaminess that you seem to get with a lot of Parfums De Marly's fragrances. Could be the sandalwood, could be violet leaf, could be the jasmine. I find those notes can often provide this lovely kind of creamy accord. Beneath all the sweetness, there's also some depth to it. It could be the gaiac wood, but it's got a little bit of a kick. There's something just in the background, just giving it a bit of punch. Almost in an oud-y type way. I don't think there's any oud listed in this, but sometimes oud can just give you that nice little punch to a fragrance, which I think gives this a good bit of attitude. To me, it's not really worth dissecting this too much and breaking down all the individual notes because it seems to exist as one smoothly blended fragrance. There aren't any individual notes that seem to rise up above any of the others. If I'm honest, this stuff really blows me away. It's just, so delightful. So I get the fruits, I get the florals, I get that beautiful spiced apple, but I also get this really nice sweet cherry tobacco accord. Reminds me at times of Herod, although this is a little more complex and a little different to Herod, but you do get that really nice, rich, sweet, almost wet tobacco nuance that I love in Herod. This just ticks all the boxes for me. It's extremely pleasurable to wear. It seems to be pleasurable for those around you to smell. I have had people mention it whenever I've worn this because it's such a beautiful smell. It does project a long way over an arm's length, but never in anyone's faces to the point where it's annoying or cloying because it is just such a nice, refined scent. So speaking of the projection, this will last me for 10 to 12 hours overall, if not a little bit longer, usually till I've had a shower and washed it off. But throughout the whole life of this fragrance, it is projecting to some degree. So yes, the initial 2 to 3 hours, it probably is a stronger projection, but it never really becomes just a close skin scent. It seems to project throughout the entire time I'm wearing this. So if you're looking for a scent that's going to last you all day with no need to reapply, this one's going to do that for you. It's also pretty versatile. I'd say you could wear this for any occasion. It would work as a day scent. For me, I think it works particularly well as a formal occasion scent because I enjoy it so much. I like to wear it on special occasions because it just makes me feel a little more special on those special occasions, I suppose. But you could wear it anytime, but for me it excels as a formal. In terms of when to wear it, seasonally, I think you could wear this year round. It would be best in cooler temperatures in winter and autumn. but I will definitely be wearing this in the spring. Warmer spring days, maybe I would just spray a little less. Hot summer's days, I think it's gonna be a little too thick for that, so I probably would avoid really hot summer days. I have worn this in Portugal during the daytime, although it wasn't a super hot day, and I have worn it in the Algarve in Portugal, which is a really warm area in the summer. And I wore it one evening, and just got to make sure you don't overspray, but it does cool off. It's out there on the Atlantic, so it cooled off enough for me to wear this. So I have worn this through the summer, but ultimately autumn and winter and cooler spring days are going to be best for it. Just having a quick look online, Selfridges website is selling this in the UK for £215. That's for 125ml. You've just got to put it into perspective and think about how long this fragrance is going to last you. I think this will last me 2, if not 3 years, and I'll be wearing it fairly regularly, but you don't have to spray much of this because it is a strong fragrance. It's an eau de parfum concentration, it isn't extrait, but it does go a long way. So £215, if you spread that cost over 3 years, it's not actually costing you that much to own a fragrance that you really, really enjoy. So if you do enjoy it, then I'd say it is worth spending that money on it because it's going to last you a long time. You're going to get good value out of it. Just touching on that, I would never recommend blind buying, because as much as I'm singing the praises, as much as I really enjoy this, we all have different tastes, and it might not be quite as much to your tastes as it is to mine. So always try before you buy, sample if you can. Go into stores, it's readily available now in lots of department stores around the world, I believe. So go in and have a smell for yourself. If you can't do that, if you can't get to a store that stocks it, then get some samples online. I know that the first sample of Carlisle that I got that made me fall in love with it, I bought from fragrancesamplesuk.com, which is a UK-based sample service, but I'm sure there are others around the world that may stock it. Perhaps Lucky Scents does, I'm not sure, but you'll definitely be able to get some samples if you want to. So sample, don't blind buy, although it is good. If you're maybe picking up on the vibe that I quite like this fragrance, you'd be right. I adore it, and I'm pleased to have been able to put this video together for you, explaining in a little bit more detail exactly why I enjoy it so much. Do you own this one? Do you enjoy it as much as me? Leave some comments down below. Have you sampled it? Have you tried it in store? Let me know what you think of it. Okay, that's it for this video. Carlisle and I are off to spend some quality time with one another in private. So thanks for watching, everybody. And remember, keep tuning into FM and keep smelling good.